Good morning, ladies and gents. Good morning. Day after Christmas, got that holiday kind of like hangover, man. I feel tired and a bit out of it, so forgive me a little bit. I wasn't going to come on today, as I always say, but I decided to come on. I got a little bit of a head cold, because it is flu season. It's flu season this time of year. So, yeah, I got a little bit of a head cold, been feeling a little bit under the weather. But hey, folks, everyone's telling me, "Oh, go get tested. Go get tested. Go to the doctor. You never know." I do know. I do know. And every time this year, I get a little sick. It's what happens. It's called the sniffles. It happens every year for me. So, yeah, that's it. I'm not playing into that game of fucking frantic paranoia. So, yeah. So I'm doing all right, folks. How do you like the shirt? Eat like a tiger. Folks, you can Venmo me D-Rod 1977, D-Rod 1977. When the lights go out, on Amazon, and then my mama's book, The Mexican Mix, on Amazon as well, folks. Trying to get her to 100 reviews, man. That's what I'm trying to do. But first, folks, I got to read out the Noble Gold. America, the beautiful 5-ounce silver coin IRA. Now something's not adding up, is it? We all know that. We can all see it. We can all feel it. We can all smell it. Stocks are at record highs, but the government just borrowed $5 trillion. Inflation is transitory, but just went up 6.8%. How much did your wages go up? Gas, electricity, a precious metals IRA with Noble Gold will help you avoid the worst of this. And this month, Noble Gold is giving away a free America the Beautiful solid silver 5-ounce coin with any qualifying plan you start. Start by calling 877-646-5347 or visit the website noblegoldinvestments.com. Click the link below, folks. Click the link below. Knock this out. So I named this the race against time because I really feel America is at war. It's a race against time. And I'm going to have to say it like this on YouTube, folks, because to kind of guard my ass on this, I have to start saying things like my belief, my opinion, but we all know what it really is, right? We all know what it really is. We're at war. And basically, the way I see it is Washington is under foreign control right now. Washington, D.C. We've been taken over. We've been successfully infiltrated, and that's why the DOD law of war comes into play. Devolution comes into play. We are at a high-stakes casino royale chess match with globalists and China. That's the way it's going. That's where it's at. If you don't get it by now, I can't help you. If you don't get it by now, I can't help you. And that's where we're at. And this is where it's going, and it's a race against time until 2024. I go down swinging when I say this. I say something has to happen before 2024. It just, there's no fucking way. America, we're all holding on with our fingertips. We're all barely holding on. There's no way we can continue at this pace. Not with this Trojan horse in office, this administration. But I will say what we're also watching is many step downs of big CEOs, Democratic politicians in the House mainly stepping down, not going to run again, not seeking to run again. So there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that I'm paying attention to that all of you need to be paying attention to as well. But I mean, it's scary. I mean, how many of you can just feel it in the air? Can feel in the air that, we're this close. We're this close to everything we know about America being gone. I have these interviews with Wano, Saban, and I interview a lot of people, folks, and they preach over and over and over. This is a near-death experience. It's a near-death experience. Well, I'm going to say it's either a near-death experience, which I hope it's a near-death experience. That's the best I can get right now. Or it's a death experience, a complete fucking death, nail in the coffin death experience. Folks, my Spotify is Nino's Corner. My Etsy is Nino's Corner store. You can get yourself a tumbler to put your hot coffee in. My Nino's Corner.tv is 99 cents for the next until the new year. So we're doing 99 cents until the new year. 99 cents for the monthlies. I have some really good guests coming on. I'm going to have some 107 updates. I have John Paul Rice coming on. I have Dylan Monroe up there right now where he did the mapping of the deep state. That was incredible. I also have on my highlight edition, I got Kevin Lerone coming on, the Arnold Classic winner. You saw him in the Ronnie Coleman documentary. I'm going to do a highlight edition. That's going to go on Fluff too because we're not going to be talking about the deep state. Oh, folks. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Yeah! Folks, we're in some shit. And all I can tell you is that we're getting bombarded on all sides. On all sides, coming from the cargo ships to the southern border to this. This is an all-out assault, all-out war on America, and we all know it. We all feel it. We all see it. We're all living through it. And you almost feel like you're a hostage on a plane going down into the fucking Black Ocean. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, and I got to bring this shit to you 3 times a week. But I got to say, folks, there's things happening. As scary as this is, there are things happening that I'm paying attention to. Richard Grenell tweeted this. I just spoke to President Trump this Christmas Eve. I am even more confident that 2022 will be a great year for America. Now, I agree with that to an extent, except I believe January through April are going to be really, really hard months. Are going to be really tough months for America. We're going to feel like we've lost this country completely if we don't already feel that way. As I say often on here on YouTube, I have to say it is my belief, it is my opinion. But once you understand Washington, D.C. is under foreign occupation, okay? And everyone basically cooperating with this administration is basically committing treason, the way I see it. This game becomes a lot much easier to understand. You're watching the Democrats and the rhinos basically right now cannibalize each other as this old world or this old government destroys itself. You're kind of seeing, all of them just pouring gasoline on each other. We're all watching in horror because we see our country going down the drain. But if you're watching this, you can understand, and I go back to the devolution and the DOD law of war, what we're watching here is basically pouring gasoline on each other and handing each other matches. That's how bad this is. And maybe this is how bad it needed to be. I think the smokeouts and step downs will continue. I think what we're coming into this year, 2022, is going to get bumpy. It's going to get scary. But I'm seeing 23 Democrats, okay? And I'm going to read this out to you guys right now. 23 Democrats and a dozen Republicans in the House have announced they're not seeking re-election and are not running for another office. So 23 Democrats and a dozen Republicans are stepping down. Makes you wonder, folks. It really does make you wonder. It makes you think to yourself, what's really happening behind the scenes here? I would like to know your opinion on this. I know a lot of you are watching just as closely as I am, but I'm seeing here that it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, are they accepting some kind of plea deal? What's really going on? Now, I'm just hypothetically speaking. I don't know. It's a theory, but House Democrats are facing an onslaught of departures with less than a year to go before the midterm elections. So far, 23 Democratic representatives have said they won't seek re-election, including 5 in December alone. 3 of them, Stephanie Murphy of Florida, Lucille Roybal Allard of California, and Albio Sires of New Jersey, made their announcements just in the last week. I expect more to come. And I'm going to give you a list here. When the New Jersey Democrat Representative Albio Sires announced that he wouldn't seek re-election, he became the 23rd sitting Democrat in the House of Representatives to opt out of seeking another term in Congress. You got to ask yourself why, folks. Why? Why is this happening? If they're so confident they stole the election, things should be gravy. But it's not. That's why I know things are happening behind the scenes. Now, am I going to go as far as saying, oh, there's military tribunals and this person's been executed and that person? I'm not going to go that far to say that, as some people do, but I will say that it's obvious to me if you're looking in the right places of what's going on here. If you're looking in the right places, what's going on here? Why aren't they banging the drums? What happened to all the outspoken celebrities? Where are they at? What happened to Mitt Romney? Where's James Comey? I mean, listen, for all I know, they can come on Fox News tomorrow. I'm just saying what I'm observing here. Nobody's banging the drums anymore, are they, folks? I think, our government is in internal war right now, and we're all sitting back as hostages waiting for this to get figured out. But this has to happen at a grassroots level. But as far as I know, folks, and from what I'm seeing, there are things happening behind the scenes. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. So, folks, if you're thinking about faking a card, if you're thinking about faking one of these cards in New York, you can now get a year in jail, okay? Nazi Germany much? Nazi Germany? So, falsifying a card is now a Class A misdemeanor in the state of New York, and tampering with computer records related to these is now a Class E felony. After Governor Kathy Hochul signed new legislation late Wednesday. She's just the same as Cuomo. Believe me when I tell you this. The bill clarifies that a card shall be considered a written instrument for purposes of the forgery statute, which makes faking one a crime punishable by up to 1 year in jail and 3 years probation. 1 year in jail, 3 years probation. They're going to be going all in. And I'm going to tell you right now, from January to April, this is going to just intensify. A surprising new symptom from the Omicron variant is that that you might have noticed on Christmas dinner is the new symptom could be sorry, but obese people, pay attention here. A new Omicron symptom could first alert you to an infection as you sit down for Christmas dinner. The super infectious strain is spreading at a rapid rate. And hundreds of thousands more people will test positive over the holiday. The good news is that the string of hugely positive studies show Omicron is milder with other strains and can reduce appetite, leading to weight loss. Sounds like the new Hollywood diet to me. Go out and get yourself some Omicron. Why not? It helps you lose weight. And I'm telling you, folks, they're going to be, this is going to pick up speed for the next 3 months, and it's just going to get out of hand. And I have a new segment, folks. It's my laugh my fucking ass off segment. And this is why I'm going to laugh my fucking ass off. Fully this, people that have got this, Holland America cruise ship turned away after they tested positive for the boogeyman. So they go out and get their fucking this, and they test positive anyway. Oh, God. How much more of this shit can you take? How much more of this insanity can you fucking take? The world has gone mad, and nobody is questioning anything. I was standing in Walgreens. I was standing in the line at Walgreens. Only one without a face diaper on, as usual. And I'm just observing everybody, and I just see these sheep walking with a blank stare, not even understanding why they're wearing the face mask. I don't know. But for the most part, I'm just staring at them, and I'm thinking to myself, this isn't going to end. This is never going to end. This is it. This is the new future. This is where we're at. When I was a kid back in the 80s and 90s, and I used to think about, gee, what's the future going to look like? What's it going to look like? We're flying cars. You'll be able to, the one cool thing that I can say that's happened in the future is that we can look at each other when we're on the phone talking to each other. Other than that, I don't really know what's been so positive about it. There hasn't been any medical advancements. There's been none. Hasn't been any cures for anything. Just more of the same old. Big pharmaceutical companies making money. People walking around with face diapers on. That's the future we're living in. We sure fucking took a left turn and went downhill, didn't we, folks? So I was looking around at the Walgreens, and I started thinking to myself, this is not going away. These people are dead set on this, and they are disguised. Remember what I said in my last video? Evil disguised as virtue. It's evil disguised. This is communism at its finest, but yet people don't care. They don't care. They don't want to smile anymore. People just want to have a blank stare on their face like fucking robots. No more human connection. Stand 6 feet apart. Even over the Walgreens intercom. Even on the Walgreens intercom, keep 6 feet apart. Make sure you're wearing your mask. I mean, just continuous programming. It's like the entire world checked into an insane asylum. So a Holland America cruise ship is turned away after everyone reported positive. A Holland America Line cruise ship was denied entry to a Mexican port over the weekend after health officials discovered positive cases for the boogeyman. The Mexican state of Jalisco's health department confirmed in a statement to media outlets that 21 crew members on the Dam cruise line tested positive for the boogeyman, which causes the boogeyman when it arrived in the tourist resort. And all these people were fully this. Oh, gosh. I kind of just... I get my rocks off when I read shit like this. And it's just like, why'd you get it? Why'd you get it? It doesn't do anything. It's just, come on. Oh, it's fucking crazy. This world's gone mad. And I was watching the Dallas football game last night, and every fucking commercial on there is talking about this, this. And, it's nonstop madness over and 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 over, just enough to program you so you can feel like the odd man out because you don't get this. Shows everyone smiling like, oh, we got it together. We're going to live life again. Says live life again. Live life. I'm already living life. I don't need you to tell me how to live my fucking life. I live my life. Over the holidays, travel chaos, Delta and United among airlines axing 1,800 U.S. flights over Christmas due to the Omicron. The Omicron. You ever think like what the soldiers who fucking stormed Normandy would think of this generation? Seriously. The World War II vets facing death, almost certain death, dying for this country. To find out in the year 2022 that the male species would be wearing face diapers in their skinny jeans, in their little skinny jeans, walking around, prancing around with face diapers, scared of the flu, scared of the flu. People ask me why I don't have kids. I'll tell you what, give me a reason to have them in this time because I'm going to tell you this. Until I know where this species is going in a positive direction, why would I bring a life into this world the way I see it? I just globally more than 5,800 flights have been canceled between Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and December 26th, according to the latest figures from Flight Aware. People are scared. How many of you guys saw the Oregon dad say, "Let's go, Brandon," to Biden, and then Biden repeated it. He agreed. Let's go, Brandon. Could this guy be any more checked out from fucking reality? I look at him. Look, he wears an earpiece. He gets told what to do. He's just a fucking Manchurian candidate. That's what he is. We all know he's incompetent. We know he's an idiot. Is he an actor? Is he a fucking cyborg? What the fuck is this guy? I don't know. Jury's out on that one. But I will say that the more I look at this fucking grub worm in a suit, and that's what I'm going to call him, the fucking pale, milky grub worm in a fucking suit that has lifeless eyes, soulless fucking eyes, the more I know we're under a fucking foreign occupation. Just saying. So the Oregon dad claims, "Let's go, Brandon," during NORAD call was a joke. Now he has to backtrack and say, I was kidding. I was only kidding, man. I was only kidding. So the anti-Biden phrase has become popular in conservative circles as a stand-in for fuck Joe Biden. But Jared Schmeck, that's his real name, Schmeck. Jared Schmeck, 35 years old, said he meant no disrespect to the president when he snuck the slogan in during the final seconds of the Friday call. Really, dude? Really? Own your shit. Own your shit. You got death threats. You got scary calls. People writing you fucked up emails. What is it? That happens to me every day. Every day. I come out here, put my neck on the line. Who told you to apologize? Someone fucking called them up and said, "Hey, you better retract this. The media can make something big about it. You better retract it. Think about your family." This is what he says. At the end of the day, I have nothing against Mr. Biden. Really, motherfucker? Really? But I am frustrated because I think he can be doing a better job. Really? Are you that checked out? A better job? He's here as a Trojan horse. Merry Christmas and let's go, Brandon Schmeck said. Schmeck. Let's just call him Schmuck. Said at the end of the call, fact check this, but I heard he was getting death threats. Folks, fact check it, please. Was he getting death threats? Now, I'm also paying attention a lot to what China's doing. Cuba, things are going on in that nature. Cuba signs Belt and Road Agreement with China. Cuba and China have signed a cooperation plan to push forward construction projects under Beijing's controversial Overseas Infrastructure Program. The Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, which has saddled many participating countries with heavy debt loads. The Chinese embassy in Cuba announced the agreement on its website on December 26, saying that the deal was inked 2 days earlier by the head of China's top economic planning agency, a National Development and Reform Commission, and Cuban Vice Prime Minister Ricardo Cabrizas. The agreement implemented a memorandum of understanding the two nations signed in 2018 when Cuba agreed to become a BRI participating nation. So basically, China is just buying up. We're going to just buy up the world. We're going to do that. We're going to just buy up everything. So that's what they're doing. And while they're doing that, they're taking down America. And the way they're doing that is through our southern border, their cargo ships, and these folks. Oh, shit. The China's well-oiled military machine launches 3 warships in one day. China launched 3 warships, including 2 for export, on Thursday as it expands its naval construction strength. So all the while Biden's in office, they're going all out. They're going all out. The vessels, the 071E landing platform dock LPD, and 2 Type 054 frigates were launched at the Hotokoto Osagado shipbuilding yard near Shanghai. On the other hand, thousands of Russian troops are withdrawing from Ukraine border. Thousands of Russian troops are reportedly withdrawing from the Ukraine border after conducting drills for roughly a month. So, Reuters reported on Saturday that more than 10,000 Russian troops were leaving a number of regions near Ukraine, including Crimea, Rostov, and Kuban, whatever, and returning to permanent bases. The news service pointed to reporting from the Interfax news agency, which cited the Russian military. A stage of combat coordination of divisions, combat crews, quads, and motorized units have been completed. So they've completed their drills, and what do you need drills for? And here's the real news I'm going to be bringing to you folks right now. This is what I've been really paying attention to, is the border. And the border is out of fucking control. I'm here on the border, and I'm going to tell you right now, folks, it's basically being run by cartels. That's the best way I could put it. Asylum seekers are winning cases in immigration court, and they rise under Biden. So now the asylum seekers that are coming here, and you're paying for their lawyers with your tax dollars, you know the tax hike that's coming, that's also you can pay for their lawyers, their immigration lawyers. So they're coming here, and they're the winning cases of immigration court has risen under Biden. The odds of asylum seekers winning their case in the U.S. immigration court climbed in the first year of the Biden administration, even as the number of cases adjudicated declined. Asylum seekers' rate of success in U.S. immigration courts rose to 37%. 37% in the fiscal year that ended in September. That's where your tax money is going. Every time you write a check out to the IRS, that's where it's going. And the attack from China is coming in on all fronts, folks. Seizures of synthetic drugs, meth, and fentanyl rise in Mexico as cartels increase production import from China. So federal seizures of synthetic drugs like meth and fentanyl are rising in Mexico, according to seizure figures published Monday by the county's defense department. Fentanyl is a highly addictive and deadly drug of which just a 2 milligram dose can prove fatal. Methamphetamine is a highly addictive stimulant that affects the nervous system. The majority of meth in the United States is currently produced by cartels in Mexico. As per figure issued by Mexico's Defense Department, seizures of the deadly synthetic opioid fentanyl soared 525%. 525%. Compared to the last 3 years under Trump. 525%. This is what war looks like in 2021, 2022, going into, I feel this whole decade is going to be, we're going to be bombarded left and right. We're going to be in a constant state of war, I believe, if not years, decades. This is the new future. This is the new reality that you all need to come to grips with. And once again, they're conditioning you for the alien invasion, which it is a fucking card they're going to use, folks. If you don't believe me, the crazy conspiracy guy really has yet to be wrong. Yeah. NASA hires priests to prepare humans for alien discovery and contact. It sounds like the plot of a bad sci-fi movie, but NASA really is recruiting a priest to help prepare for humanity's contact with aliens. Are these aliens? I mean, what are they? What are these going to be? Hybrids? I don't know. No, they are being launched into space to fight a space demon. NASA is hiring the help of 24 theologians as part of a plan to work out how the world's different regions would react to news about extraterrestrial life. You know, I always said this is going to be their final card they play for the globalist agenda. This is it. This will be their final. There's a reason you're seeing all this UFO stuff on Fox, on CNN. They're conditioning. It's a conditioning process. You've been conditioned ever since you were a child, ever since you started watching Disney. You've been programmed. Your thoughts aren't even your own. Your reality, this whole reality that we're living in, we don't really know what the fuck it is, do we? But as long as you got your Monday Night Football and your Netflix, you don't care. You don't care. You don't question anything. In what the fuck news, this is a good one. Trans woman jailed by, oh my gosh. I even have a hard time fucking reading this. This is how bad this is. Trans woman jailed for using cocaine and having sex with a dog. A pederast of 60 years. Okay, so listen to this. Not only is it a trans woman, but it's a pederast, 60 years, Claire Goodyear, 60-year-old Claire Goodyear. Previous name was John. Johnny boy. Who identifies as female, is jailed for 20 months after having cocaine-fueled sex with a dog. He was previously convicted of child abuse images when he identified as a man. But now he identifies so now it's a woman. And the type of dog, you ask? What kind of dog was it having sex with? A German Shepherd. A German Shepherd. In more what the fuck news, Missing link inside China's horror humanity experiments. And I brought this to y'all's attention just to think about if they were doing this shit in the 60s, what do you think they're doing now? So, missing link inside China's horror humanity experiments to breed ape men for organ harvesting, hard labor, and sent into space. So they're breeding chimpanzees with humans. I didn't know you could fucking do that. I'd hate to watch that. It's not something I want to see. Maybe old Claire Goodyear here would like to see that, but I wouldn't want to see that. Some cocaine-fueled human chimpanzee sex, Claire. Anyway, Chinese scientists once reportedly impregnated a female chimp with human sperm in a shocking bid to create a real-life humanzee. It's called the humanzee. The ape was 3 months pregnant when it died from neglect. What, the daddy didn't want to be around? He's like, God, bitch is ugly. Oh, fuck. The ape was 3 months pregnant when it died from neglect after the controversial project was abandoned as the Cultural Revolution swept through the country in the 1960s. Crazy. I mean, they were doing it then. What do you think they've got to now? And I think about this over and over. It's like I feel like society has checked into a fucking insane asylum. The world is fucking mad. It's gone mad. And if you're normal, you really feel like you don't belong, or what's considered normal. What's considered normal? Folks, we're in a race against time. We're in a race against time with 2024. That's just the only way I see it. We're under, in my belief, in my opinion, that's the way I got to say it on YouTube. We're under a foreign occupation with some bad players. And the goal is to take down America. And we're witnessing it right now. The plane is going down. I see so many, such as Bill O'Reilly, conservative talk show host, talking about 2024 as if nothing happened in 2020. Do you guys know something that I don't? Because I don't see how it's fucking possible. And I know my audience doesn't see how it's possible either. We're in a race against time. And if we don't turn this around, it's done. It's over. Learn how to speak a Chinese. So cool. Learn how to do it. It's going to be a really fun time. I'm going to have 107 on again for an update. NinosCorner.tv. NinosCorner.tv. Folks, it's a cup of coffee. And right now, it's only 99 cents until the new year. 99 cents for the monthlies. That's it. That's all I'm doing. You guys can go on there and binge watch all your favorite interviews. I have Dylan Monroe up there who does the mapping of the deep state. It was an incredible interview. Jim Willie's up there. I got some great guests up there, folks. I'm going to have Cliff High again, Juan O'Savin, and John Paul Rice. John Paul Rice is going to be joining me tomorrow. So there's a lot to talk about, folks. And Kevin Levrone, the bodybuilder, that was on the Ronnie Coleman documentary. He'll be joining me on FluffTube. That'll go on FluffTube because I don't think we're going to be diving into any sensitive topics. All right, folks, I'm out of here. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting. Later.